Alright you guys, so today I'm going to do a video that has been requested by many people. I'm just going through the equipment in my greenhouse and my little setup here. So the most common question that I get is, did the shelves come with the greenhouse? And no, they did not. I built them, and I'll show you what I did. So first I built these bases, which are 6 feet by 2 feet. They go 2 feet back that way, and then 6 feet down this way. And that's gonna be important because this is a 6x8 greenhouse. So if you take 6 foot down this way, and then there's a shelf back here, so that's 2 foot, that makes it 8 foot, so it works out well. But you need to make sure that the shelves you make fit your grow space, so you really need to get in there and do a ton of measurements. But you need to make sure that your shelves fit your greenhouse well, so you may want to measure, no, you don't may want to, you need to measure every little thing to make sure they're going to be perfect. So, okay, it's getting hot in here. Okay, whatever. These are about 3.5 foot high, if I recall correctly. I wish I would have made them shorter, because I have too much room down on the bottom, which I can't really do anything with, because the heater's right here, and as you know, heat rises, so it gets everything from about here all the way up to the top of the greenhouse, but it doesn't get the floor, so the floor on a cold winter night is as cold as outside, so it's freezing. So you need... Okay. So if I could make a recommendation, I would suggest that you make your lowest shelf as low as possible, except for the space you need to store all your crap, like I did. The plants just keep hitting the roof, like the tall ones, as Nepenthes vine a lot, so I have to stick the tall ones when they get tall right in the back in the center in front of the swamp cooler. That's not going to really work out for this one because it's really top heavy, and the pot often falls over. And plus I can't put anything right over the heater because then water will drop down onto it and fudge everything else because it's stuck, catch on fire. Just, yeah. So the shelving itself is wire shelving that I got from Home Depot. This is like supposed to be closet shelves, but I just used the little racks and I fastened them onto the structure, the wooden structure. But one thing you really need to make sure for your structure is that you have support beams going all the way across the back. And I wish I had some going across the front, because down here, if you look, it goes down a lot, and that's where it should be, but that's where it is, so it will sink down, especially when you have like 10,000 gallons of water resting on it. There's usually 10,000 gallons. Those are all the ones that were resting on it, because I have like a little water concentration, you know, stuff. So the cost of everything. I don't remember exactly how much everything was, but I think the wood was around $20 to $40. And I remember the exact price of the shelf. But one thing about the wood is that if you have your measurements all measured out and everything before you get there, then they can cut it for you at Home Depot, and you can just, you know, get that cut up. But they will mess it up, at least by like a ½ inch or something. So you'll have to come home, remeasure, and saw off little parts before you use anything. And now the shelving cost. So there's two different kinds. Of shelving that I have. I have this, which is like widely spaced, and I have this, which is pretty closely spaced. You can see like there's the difference right there. This closer space stuff was double the cost, but I like it better because the pitchers won't fall through when forming and get stuck under there. But if you are attending your greenhouse pretty much every day, then you can just pull the pitchers out that fall through there. And these are, I mean, they're not like too big to where everything falls through. They're okay. I would just get the cheaper ones, honestly. These were $10. The wider ones were $20. So that makes, no, yeah, wait, yes, that's right. Okay, so that would make that $40 plus the wood. That made it like $80 or something. And then these were like, I don't even know. But the total cost was like about $180 for all these 3 shelves, so it wasn't too bad. So now onto the heater and cooler. I'll start with the cooler. This cooler I got from Home Depot online. They delivered it, free shipping. It was like $3.50. It is a good swamp cooler. It has these settings. You can do pump only, which just turns the pump on, and that shoots water up all around it's like the inside of a body. Okay, so there's these like organisms, some organisms that their heart just pumps out blood everywhere into the body, just over all the organs. It's kind of like that. This like pumps out water all over the sides of the thing, which I'll show you in a minute. That's cool. So just leave that running for a few minutes before you start it up, and then go to like low cool. I don't even need high cool. On a 95 Fahrenheit day, low cool keeps it between about 82 and 72, like exactly between there. But there's also high cool, which is much more cooly. It is like 22,800 CFM cubic foot per minute. On high, it will replace all the air in the greenhouse in like 10 seconds or something. It's crazy. I have my heater and my swamp cooler hooked up to these thermostats, which are just thermostats. You plug them into the outlet and then you plug whatever you want to thermostatize into those little plugs like that. So the white thing is the swamp cooler plug. So you just do that, and then you set the heater or cooler one for whatever you want. For the heater one or cooler one of them you have to, oh yeah, for the swamp cooler you have to get it rewired. But for the heater, it comes wired for a heater. You just have to rewire it for the cooler. I fiddled with it for like an hour trying to make it work, and I was like, you know what? It's probably wired for the swamp cooler instead of the heater because it was working like backwards. It was cray. But I got it working, and you just shed it. You shed it at the temperature. You shed it at the temperature that you want, and then it will do stuff. I can't talk like that, but it will keep it within a window. The swamp cooler keeps it between 84 and 72 when it's on. Right now it's not on because it makes a lot of noise and I have to film. But the lowest it ever gets in here at night is 54. So whenever it goes below 54, the heater is like perfectly exact because these boxes heat up in the sun. So the swamp cooler one is a bit off. So if you have a shady part of your greenhouse, put yours in there. Put the little boxes in there. The heater one doesn't matter because it never gets below 84. Or no, what am I saying? Never gets below 54 when it's on. So if it goes below 54, then poop. So the heater is a 150 watt milk house heater that I got from the hardware store for about, I think it was like $25. So it's 150 or 1,500 watts. I'm dumb. Okay, what? But you turn it to 1,500 watts, then you turn it on high and you hook it up to your thermostat and it's no good. But this thing is thermostat-y too, but it doesn't work that well, so that's why I had to get another thermostat for it. But this thing burns through power like crazy. In like January, when it was like getting 30 at night or below, I would have it on and it would keep it like 52 in here. Well, probably actually higher than that, probably 52 to 60. But the thing is, since I had it on like all on high all night, it just burned through electricity, and their electricity bill went up, went way too high, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Now that I have it on a thermostat, it dropped down. I think the electricity bill went down about $300 with about a half a month of just having the thermostats. So if you're going to have a heater and a swamp cooler, you're going to need to have those thermostats. They are essential. One really, really important thing that you have to do if you have Harbor Freight 6x8 greenhouse, probably also the 8x10 or whatever it is, you have to, like, the panels don't, like, really lock in. They lock in and everything, but you put pins in to help them in. But you can't put pins everywhere, so there's, like, little gaps. So what I had to do, I got some foil tape, which is basically like weathering tape, I guess, I don't know. And I lined this part of the greenhouse with it, along the sides and along the other side too, because that's where most of the everything shiz was escaping. And after that, it holds heat a lot better into the evening and night. It also holds moisture a lot better. On a day like this, it usually would be like 20% humidity with my old swamp cooler and how I had it set up like this time 1 year ago. But right now it's like 60% humidity in here, and this is like a 90-degree day, and the swamp cooler's not even on right now because I'm filming. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe and all that other YouTube stuff, and I have some fun videos coming up soon. I've been thinking a while of doing this, like a series where I just come in and film myself doing daily stuff in my greenhouse. Another thing that I was gonna do is a Pygmy Drosera update, which I haven't done in a long time, and they made a ton of progress. It's really surprising. Another thing that I'm gonna do is an Nepenthes update, which is what you're seeing right now. All my Nepenthes. You're not seeing the update. I'm gonna put the update out later, so don't forget to subscribe, and yeah. Okay, bye.